Bucky Bronco and the Sports Legends Mall Legacy Walk. Two of the ingredients that give Invesco Field at Mile High its character. Welcome to Denver. Tom Hammond here, folks, with my partner, Chris Collinsworth. Glad you're with us. We should be in for a good one between the Broncos and the Bills. The teams are set. The fans are excited. Let's get this game underway. Lindell looks to send this one deep. Kicks it off. From the 10. Excellent return on the kickoff.
Keep the defense guessing. Don't forget to use misdirection and play action to keep them off balance on passing down.
The Bills bring in the nickel package. Drops back on first down. And he's out of bounds, incomplete. Orton wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play.
Not a perfectly timed throw that time. Held on to it just a little too long and led the receiver out of bounds.
The Buffalo Bills line up in a 4-3. Back to throw. The defense was in great position to stop that play short, bringing up a third down situation.
And when I saw the quarterback drop back that time, I really thought they had something going, but they closed quickly and made a nice play defensively to bring up this third down.
Now they'll face a 3rd and 6 situation. The Bills go with a 4-man front. They go with a pitch to the right. Buckhalter cannot reach the first down marker.
No, the defense really stood their ground out there, didn't they? They just didn't let him get loose.
4th and 6. Kind of surprising here that they didn't elect to punt. I don't agree with this call. Pitch left. Still going. This running back just showed off some nice ability there.
Yeah, the offensive line did their job. They created enough of a seam to get him up into the secondary, and then he was able to explode from there.
The Buffalo Bills line up in a 4-3. Tosses left. The 20. And that's the end of the first quarter. We've got a 2 minutes left in the half. Expect the defense to turn it up a notch here in the red zone. Here's a pitch left side.
Well, I can tell you there's nothing more fun than playing offensive football when your offensive line is getting that kind of push.
1 yard to the goal line. Out of the I formation. A little toss to the right. He's in. Touchdown. Perfect time to go with the run. What a touchdown.
They just ran it right at him, didn't they? And they were not going to be stopped on that one. Nice job up front by the offensive line to control the point of attack. They got an excellent push right from the snap, and the running back did the rest.
Prater lining up for the point after. Extra point is good. Denver in control. Denver will be kicking off. Short kick. He didn't get hold of that one. Fields it at the 24.
Big drive now for the offense. The last thing in the world you can afford to have happen now is a 3-and-out. You've already given up a touchdown, a 3-and-out here, and you're in trouble.
First down now and 10 to go. Edwards will line up with the shotgun formation. They'll throw on first down. He's under pressure. Quarterback did a nice job of avoiding the sack.
Yeah, but you have to be careful making that throw. Sometimes those are easily intercepted. He did a good job getting out of there, but that throw is dangerous.
Owens, the man in motion. Here's the give. Play action.
Give this one a shot.
Lynch lines up as the deep back. I formation. Back to pass. There seemed to be some miscommunication on that last play.
Yeah, the miscommunication was with his hands. He was thinking catch it, and they were thinking about something else.
Mormon awaits the snap. Royal is back deep to return. Fields it at the 26. The 40. He finally goes down at the 46.
Watch that game clock. You need to keep it stopped as much as possible.
First down, 10 to go. The Buffalo Bills bring in the nickel package. They get it out there on the toss. Kozlowski drags him to the ground at the 47-yard line.
You have to keep the defense honest by mixing those runs and passes.
2nd and 8 coming up here. The Bills go with a 4-man front. A little misdirection. He lost yardage on the play.
As a back, you're constantly trying to find that cutback lane, but they had every single backside gap covered. Nowhere to go for the back on that one.
And as we head to halftime, the Denver Broncos 7, the Bills nothing. We'll have to see how both teams respond as the second half kickoff is just seconds away. Not much of a kick here. Fields it at the 24. He can't bring him down. They'll start this drive at the 35.
Boom! This defense will stop them for sure.
Ball on their own 35. The Broncos bring in the nickel package. They'll throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, passes on the move. It's intercepted, and he's got room to run. The 30, the 20, the 10. Still pushing. They'll score. Touchdown.
And he added a little special emphasis to that trip to the end zone.
Great play by the defender. He was able to take it for 6.
And there's nothing that charges up a defense more than a play like that. When they start thinking that they can score, they love coming back out on the field.
Prater tacks on the extra point.
Well, we're going to find out how mentally tough this quarterback is, because when you get off to a shaky start like that, sometimes it's tough to piece everything back together again.
Very short kick here. Fields it at the 24.
They have time to get this done here. And I always thought it was a great situation for an offense, because defenses tend to play a little more cautious here. Gives you a chance to get some momentum on your side.
From their own 34-yard line, the Broncos bring in the nickel package. A little misdirection.
The defense held their position and didn't let him get away on that one.
2nd and 7. They line up in an I. He drops back. Defense closing in. Evans was unable to make the catch on that pass attempt.
Boom! This defense will stop him for sure.
The Broncos line up with a nickelback. Edwards sends one of his guys in motion. A little toss to the right. Number 95 will tackle him for a loss. Pretty conservative call for that situation. Nice series for this defense to force the 3 and out.
You know, we talk all the time about offenses getting momentum going and getting into a rhythm. Well, right now we're seeing this defense being aggressive, and they're in a rhythm now.
They finally are able to bring him down at the 46.
Run the football. A good running game will really open up the pass.
1st and 10. The Buffalo Bills come out in a 4-3. They give it to the tailback. A 5-yard pickup for the halfback.
The key here is to step up into the pocket. Make sure you get those feet set before you throw it.
They line up at the 50. The Bills line up with a nickelback. The halfback with the carry. On play action, left side, going deep. And the pass falls incomplete.
Keep this to the inside. You just need to run that clock down. Run it up the gut and keep that clock moving.
We have 2 minutes left to play in this game. The Buffalo Bills go with a 4-man front. Tosses left.
Boy, if you can get that block on the edge out there, when you have a guy with this kind of speed and quickness, it just makes that play so much easier. And defensive coordinators go crazy. That's the one thing any defense should be able to do, is contain that outside pitch.
Ball on the 40-yard line. The Bills line up in a 4-3. Little handoff. And he just got hammered. So a gain of about 1.
All you need to do here is run some clock. Run the football up the middle.
3rd down play upcoming. To convert, they have to get it to the 32. The Buffalo Bills bring in the nickel package. They give it to the tailback. The 20. Touchdown, Broncos.
And did you see that, Tom? He really got into that one after the score.
The back just found some daylight and got it in for 6.
I always say making the hole is the hard part. If you give any one of a number of backs a hole that size, they're going to be able to pop it in there for a touchdown. Nice blocking there by the big guys.
Point after is good. Prater lines up to kick this one away. Short kick. He didn't get hold of that one. Fields it at the 24.
Time's running out, so if they want to get back in the game, really have to get something into the end zone on this drive.
1st down, 10 to go. Edwards back in the shotgun for this one. Evans goes in motion. They'll throw on 1st down. Incomplete pass.
This is a good one to call.
They come out in a nickel. He drops back. Throws it deep. It's incomplete.
This is a good defense to call.
The Denver Broncos bring in their dime package. He drops back to pass. Pass is complete.
Yeah, that's one of those balls that looks good in the stats for the quarterback because he gets a completion, but for this offense, it's going to bring up 4th down. Huge play defensively to make that stop.
They hurry back to the line. Mormon to punt. Royal back to return it. Takes it at the 14.
You should probably play it safe, just down the ball.
They go with the kneel down.
Now's not a good time to rub it in. Just down it.
So this one is all wrapped up. Our final score, the Denver Broncos 21, the Buffalo Bills nothing. Thanks again for joining us for this EA Sports matchup. For Chris Collinsworth, this is Tom Hammond saying so long.